ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 14th chapter Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto, in which there is description of ideal family life. So, this chapter describes the occupational duties of the householder according to the time, country, and the performer. When Yudhishthira Maharaj became very much inquisitive about the occupational duties of the householder, Narada Muni advised him. So in first 18 verses, Narada Muni says about the path of householder. So that a Grihastha's first duty is to be fully dependent on Vasudeva, Krishna, and to try to satisfy him in all aspects by executing one's prescribed devotional service. This devotional service should depend on the instructions of authorities and the association of devotees who are actually engaged in devotional service. The beginning of devotional service is Shravanam, as you are doing, Shravanam, or hearing. One must hear from the mouths of realized souls. In this way, the Grihastha's attraction to his wife and children will gradually be reduced. As for the maintenance of his family, a Grihastha, by learning what he requires for his living, must be very conscientious and mustn't undergo extraordinary endeavors simply to accumulate money and unnecessary increase in material comforts. Although a Grihastha should externally be very active in earning his livelihood, he shouldn't internally be situated as a fully self-realized person without attachment for material gains. His dealings with family members or friends should be performed simply to fulfill their purpose. One shouldn't be extravagantly engaged in this way. Instructions from family members and society should be accepted superficially, but in a sense, the Grihastha should be engaged in occupational duties advised by the spiritual master and Shastra. Specifically, a Grihastha should engage in agricultural activities to earn money, as stated in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, text 44, that Krishi Gorakhya Vanijam Vaishya Karma Subhavajam. Agriculture, cow protection, and trade are specific duties for Grihasthas. If by chance or by the grace of the Lord more money comes, it should be properly engaged in further Krishna consciousness movement. One shouldn't be eager to earn more money simply for sensual pleasure. A Grihastha should always remember that one who is endeavoring to accumulate more money than necessary is to be considered a thief and is punishable by the laws of nature. So a Grihastha should be very much affectionate toward his lower animals, birds and beasts, treating them exactly like his own children. Stated in verse 9, that one should treat animals such as deer, camels, asses, monkeys, mice, snakes, birds, and flies exactly like one's own son. How little difference there actually is between children and these innocent animals. The Grihastha shouldn't indulge in killing animals or birds for sense gratification. He should provide the necessities of life even to the dogs and the lowest creatures, and shouldn't exploit others for sense gratification. Actually, according to the instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam, every Grihastha is a great communist who provides the means of living for everyone. Whatever a Grihastha may possess, he should equally distribute to all living entities without discrimination. The best process is to distribute prasad. A Grihastha shouldn't be very much attached to his wife. He should engage even his own wife in serving a guest with all attention. Sorry. In verse 11 it is stated that dogs, fallen persons and untouchables, including chandars, dog eaters, should all be maintained with their proper necessities, which should be contributed by the householders. Even one's one wife at home with whom one is most intimately attached should be offered for the reception of guests and people in general. So, in verse 13 it is stated, Krimi bead vasma nishtantam vedam tucham kalivaram ko tadiya ratir bharjya kwayam atma navas. That means, though through proper deliberation one should give up attraction to his wife's body, because that body will ultimately be transformed into small insects, stool or ashes. What is the value of this insignificant body? How much greater is the Supreme Being who is all pervading like the sky? And the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, here also the same point is stressed. One should give up attachment for his wife, or in other words, for sex life. That is most important. Whatever money a grihastha accumulates by the grace of God, he should spend in 5 activities. What are they? Namely, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, receiving Vaishnavas and saintly persons, distributing prasad to the general public and to all living entities, offering prasad to his forefathers, and also offering prasad to his own self. Grihastha should always be ready to worship everyone as mentioned above. The Grihastha shouldn't eat anything not offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, text 13, Yagyasishta Sinosanto Muchante Sarvapurvisi. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food that is offered first for sacrifice. Praise the Lord. So in 19 to 33, these verses describe Shraddha rites. The Grihastha should also visit the holy places of pilgrimage mentioned in the Puranas. And in 30 to 33, it is stated, the sacred lakes like Puskara and places where saintly persons live, like Kurukshetra, Gaya, Prayaga, Pulhasrama, Namisaranya, the banks of the Phalgu river, that is Gaya, Setubandha, Prabhasa, Dwaraka, Varanasi, Mathura, Pampa, Bindu Sarovara, Badrikasrama or Narayanasrama, the places where the Nanda rivers flows, the places where Lord Ramchandra and Mother Sita took shelter, such as Chitrakuta, and also the hilly tracts of land known as Mahendra and Malaya. All of these are to be considered most pious and sacred. Similarly, places outside India where there are centers of the Krishna consciousness movement and where Radha Krishna deities are worshipped must all be visited and worshipped by those who want to be spiritually advanced. One who intends to advance in spiritual life may visit all these places and perform ritualistic ceremonies to get results 1,000 times better than the results of the same activities performed in any other place. Dham is most important. So in 34 to 42, these 9 verses describe importance of worship deity and Brahmana and Achyuta. In verse 39, Narvin says, Društva tesang mitho nunam avagyanatmanatmana atma avagyanatmatam nrupa Tretadishu Hare Archa Kriyayai Kavibhi Krita. What is its meaning? The my dear king, Narad says to Yudhishthira Maharaj, when great sages and saintly persons saw mutually disrespectful dealings at the beginning of Treta Yuga, deity worship in the temple was introduced with all paraphernalia. Treta Jajatam Akhi, Dvapar Parichadyaya. So, in the beginning of Treta Yuga, the deity worship was introduced. The purport of Prabhupada Maharaj quotes from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who says that a Vaishnava is he who has helped others become Vaishnavas. That is the standard of Vaishnava. In this way, he should fully engage in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the benefit of his family, his society, his country, and humanity at large. So, in the next chapter, we'll discuss 15th chapter, that is the last chapter, we'll discuss instructions for civilized human beings. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel, and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.